Welcome to the Irresistible You podcast. This is the place to get a dose of empowerment to create the life you crave and deserve. My name is Amy, and I am the founder of Irresistible University. Through my podcast and courses, I teach women just like you how to ditch the body image issues, gain confidence, and lose the emotional weight to look and feel irresistible at any size. If you like the podcast, you're going to love the Irresistible You online self-study course and VIP private podcast. If you want to learn more, including the costs, see everything that's included, get real client testimonials, and to sign up and enroll, please head over to irresistibleicing.com/course. That link is also in the show notes. Welcome back to the podcast. I am in a very excited mood today because I am heading to Disney tomorrow for the yearly Touched by Type 1 conference. This will be the fourth year in a row that I attend. I started going with my daughter 4 years ago now, as a way for her to interact and engage with other kids living with Type 1. This is the first year that my entire family is going. So my husband and my son are also coming. So I am really looking forward to it. It's been a long time since we've had a family trip like this. And this podcast is quite timely because as I was packing for the conference, I was trying on some clothes in a store, which I haven't done in quite a while. And as I was doing that, I had quite a surprise that I didn't expect, and I want to talk about it with you here. What we're unpacking today, pun intended, we are unpacking the vacation body image panic. The vacation body image panic, how I can describe that to you. This is when you have a trip planned, a vacation, a business trip. It doesn't matter what kind of trip. But you may have had a vision in your head of what you would look like, what you would wear, what you would weigh, what size you would be, what kind of clothes you were going to, purchase and wear for the trip. And then all of a sudden, the trip is literally at your doorstep. It's time to pack. It's time to go. You've been putting it off, the packing piece or the buying clothes piece. And all of a sudden, you have a body image panic moment. The body image panic moment is when your expectations are not met. You look in the mirror and your expectations are not met by what you wanted for yourself. And this can really put you in a downward negative spiral and can throw you right into the depths of the body image, the yo-yo diet body image hate cycle. And it will carry over if you're not careful and you're not aware that this is happening, it will carry over into your trip. And as it carries over into your trip, it causes you to not be present. It causes you to not enjoy yourself. It causes you to be feeling miserable. It causes the other people in your party to also feel miserable because of the negative energy that you are putting out. It causes you to live small and to just kind of go. It's kind of like disassociating in a sense because you go on the trip and you're there, but you're not mentally there because all you're worrying about is what everybody else must be thinking and saying about your weight and your size. And you're not wanting to do certain activities because you're afraid there's a weight limit. And the list goes on and on and on. So this is the body image vacation panic. I used to live and die by this panic. Every trip I would go on years and years ago, it seemed like this was just, the thing. And I really moved away from that as I've done my work through the Irresistible You framework and strategies and such. But every so often, these things peek their head in and are like, hey, bitch, I'm here. How you going to deal with this? And here I was at the store. And I decided I already had my outfits like pretty much planned. When I go to Disney, I go for comfort. I go biker shorts because we're not trying to get chub rub on the thighs. We're doing biker shorts and we're doing like a matching Disney themed t-shirt or something like that, with the fam. And just for laughs and giggles, I was like, hey, I've been wanting to try on one of these really cute athletic dresses. I kind of live in athleisure throughout the week as I'm working and, taking kids to school and taking care of kids and such. And I've been wanting to like up my game a little bit and have something a little more cute, a little more pulled together. And I always see people at Disney wearing these, and you can do a really cute theme, like Disney bounding, they call it, where you can't wear costumes in the park, but you could wear, like, let's say a red athletic dress with yellow accessories and a blue, make like Snow White, right? We're going for Snow White, like Snow White ears. So it's like you're not actually dressed up as the character, but they call it Disney bounding. I think it's super cute. Never really done that. We always just do like the bikers and the theme shirts. But I was like, for laughs and giggles, hey, like let's just see what this looks like. You guys, nothing will humble your ass more than a three-way mirror in the dressing room. And I mean humble. So I tried this on, and from the front, I'm going to tell you, it looked good. Like, it was super cute. It's very, like, accentuating my, like, hourglass shape. It's actually very slimming. I think, like, because of the material that it's an athletic dress, so it's got that athletic spandex or whatever that material is. So it kind of, like, slims everything in, sucks everything in. And from the front, it looked really cute, really good. And I was like, oh, I like this. The only thing I don't love from the front is I was wearing a bra, so I didn't get a full view of what this would look like. And with big old boobs like I got, with that kind of dress, like I feel like I need to wear a bra, but it's not really cut and designed. At least this one wasn't for like a bra. And I cannot do braless. Like that's just not gonna happen in my world. So anyway, I still liked how it looked from the front. Like I turned around, and you ever look at yourself in the mirror and think, there's no way. There's no freaking way. That is not me. There is no way, no how I look like that. Okay, like I said, nothing will humble you more than a three-way dressing room mirror. So I stand in the mirror, I'm like looking from the back, and I did not realize that I had this roll of back fat. I don't look at myself from the back. I don't subject myself to what you see from the back is not my problem, okay? Like what you see from the side and the back, not my problem, not my business. It's not my business. And so I'm thinking, "Oh my God, I didn't realize I had this like back fat going on the way I did." And even at my higher weight, I'm overall down 70 pounds, still going. And I'm thinking, even at my highest weight, I don't remember the back fat hanging like this. Like the way it was, the composition of it was just not it. And I'm like, is this some kind of age bullshit? Like I turned 44 2 months ago, and all of a sudden I'm noticing things, and I'm like, what in the world? What is this? Right? So anyway, the dress, like I said, it's that athletic material, so it does shift and pull and push things, in a more dramatic fashion, and it is very crisscrossed in the back. And I'm like, we are just not at the journey where I feel comfortable wearing crisscross in the back like that. And I think the dress was like, what's the word? Exaggerating it, but also it's not exaggerating it, right? So here's the thing. You can wear whatever you want. If you want to wear a bikini and you're 300 pounds, girl, do it. If you want to wear an athletic crisscross dress, do it. I personally very much agree with that. Like, wear what you want to wear, but I also want to wear what I want to wear in a way that feels flattering so that I feel confident in my skin. It's not that I couldn't wear this dress, because I definitely could. I just would not have felt comfortable with the boobs. First of all, the boob situation, the back situation. Like, I'm just not, maybe this wasn't the right one, right? And immediately, I felt myself do the panic, the body image vacation panic, and I felt myself starting to spiral because then after this, I'm with the whole family, right? And then with this, we're all going to try shoes on because we all need to get new shoes, like walking shoes. And Frank's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Nothing, nothing, nothing, nothing is wrong, Frank." Um, and he's just like, "Okay." Um, so I'm just kind of reeling inside for a little while, and then I'm trying on shoes and I'm sitting down, and of course there's a freaking mirror next to it, and I look over and I've got like a sweatshirt on, but I'm like, like the Tide commercial. Remember the Tide commercial where there's a stain, and it's a tiny stain, but every time the person looks at the stain, it is so big and so ginormous, and it's talking to them, and it's just so loud and big and proud. Well, that's how I'm feeling about the back fat moment. Every time I look in the mirror, because you're at a store, there's freaking mirrors everywhere, right? Every time I look in the mirror, all I see is this back fat roll thing. I don't even know how to describe it. Like, what is this? What is this? And it's all I can see. It's all I can focus on. And I notice myself. I'm getting short with my daughter. I'm looking at stuff with her and I'm finding myself getting short. She's like, "Mom, what's wrong?" And I'm like, "Ooh, reality check," right? And Frank, "What's wrong? Like, something's wrong with you." Like, "No, I'm good." Anyway, so I'm noticing and I'm aware of the spiral. I'm not zombie walking through the spiral like I would like many moons ago, right? Where it was a knee-jerk reaction in the past. I'm angry, I'm pissed off. All I want to do is like, yo-yo diet and like do the toxic diet thing right now and get this weight off. And we all know weight's not coming off a week before your trip. It's just not happening. So I start just like doing my inner work and realizing you're still down 70 pounds. Your body is not where it used to be. It may not be where you want to be, but it is not where you used to be. So you have to do this pivot. You have to knock yourself out of the spiral. You have to reframe the facts, right? The facts are, and here's the thing, I could easily go into that dark body image spiral. My weight has basically maintained since it was a year ago. I don't love that for me, but I also realize that I haven't truly put in the reps, no pun intended. I have not truly put in the work that's required to go down to the next level of weight. So I've just been like hanging out in the 190s, and that's okay. That's fine. It's still Wonderland, right? So you have to reframe those facts, because I could easily go into that spiral like, "Oh, you should have been at your goal weight for this trip, you fat bitch. What's wrong with you? Oh my God, you and your podcast, and you're such an embarrassment because you haven't got to your weight." Like, I could easily fall into that trap. So you have to reframe the facts, and you have to have a real conversation with yourself, not a delusional, entitled fat girl conversation. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, "Oh my God, I wanted to lose weight for this trip and I didn't do it." Okay, we all always want to lose weight, but are we putting in the work that's required to lose the weight? And I will honestly say and be very transparent, no. Like, have I been eating like a crazy person? No, also no. But I feel like I've gotten to the point where I've been able to maintain the 190s, but I'm not pushing past them, because I need to take it up a notch and reduce some of the intake and reduce my exercise and all those things that we know we're supposed to do, right? And I had to remember that this past year, at certain points was literally like fighting for our life, right? Like, it was rough. And recognize that you didn't gain weight through these hard times. And here's the other thing that I want you to do when this happens, because weight is such a temporary thing. Like, we don't have to stay here. If we don't want to stay here, we can put in the type of work that's required to get out of it, right? And I think that's what's also so frustrating when we know the way you lose weight is a very simple process. Eat less, move your body more, make better choices, right? Yeah, there's some caveats that go into that, but for the most part, that's the basics. It's simple. It's not easy to put into motion in real life, right? So you have to tell yourself, I don't have to be here forever. This is just a hanging out point. I am just, I'm just here temporarily in this body. The other thing I want you to think about is, what will I remember in a year? What do I want this trip to be? As I get ready to go on trips, I always watch like videos of people that are there, or like, I always watch Disney videos. I'm a fanatic. And I said last night, what is it about Disney World that just makes me so emotional? Like, I will watch other people's kids waving at characters in parades, or running up to I'm like crying thinking about it. Like running up to the characters that they're dressed like, and just, it's such a sweet, wholesome, genuine moment. And every single time I walk into Magic Kingdom and I start down Main Street and I see that gorgeous castle, every single time it brings tears to my eyes. And when I think about Disney, those memories are now forever stamped with memories with my kids, right? Like, Javi was one on his first trip. This is his second time going, where he's at the best age for Disney. He's turning 5 in a month. Like, it is the best age. That's when we took Catalina for the first time. She was 4, turning 5. He was 1, turning 1. And, she's gone with me the last 4 years. She will say to me, Mom, oh my God, you guys, I don't know if I can get through this statement. She will randomly say to me at times, I actually like having diabetes. And I said, really, honey, why do you like it so much? Like, what do you like about it? And she's like, because I get to go to Disney with you. Oh, like, and I said, well, we could, even if you didn't have diabetes, we would still do that. We would still, go on trips. But the point being that something that was so devastating to our family, this chronic insulin dependent condition, has turned into such a lemonade rather. This lemon has turned into lemonade for my daughter, for us. Like, Disney and diabetes is forever stamped with good memories, and so that means so much more than a back roll or 30 extra pounds or some cellulite or some saggy skin. That is so much more important. And I want you to hear that today. If you don't take anything else away from the episode, I want you to hear that the life you're creating, the memories that you're making, the stamp that you're leaving on the world is so much more important and bigger and stronger than any fat roll on your body, any ounce of cellulite, any saggy skin, any extra weight, any double-digit size, any size with a W, any of that. All of that is so minute and unimportant in the grand scheme of things when you really think about it. So when you remember this trip, do you want to remember how miserable you were, how angry you were, how bitter you felt, how you played small, how you sat on the sidelines? What do you want to remember? Because when I remember all my Disney trips, and the first time I went to Disney World is, I think it was like a week or 2 weeks after I turned 21. That was my first trip to Disney. So I was not a Disney kid. Always loved Disney. Did not go till I was 21. I was a travel agent. They would take us on free trips all the time, which was amazing. And I just have the best memories of Disney. And I have been smaller than I am now. I have been much bigger than I am now. I have been all different sizes when I've gone to this place. And it's not the sizes that I remember. It's not the weight that I remember, especially these trips now with my family. I remember the good times, these precious, wholesome memories that I have and my kids have. And knowing that for the rest of their life, when they see Haunted Mansion or they see Pirates or they see that castle, something about Disney always takes you back to your childhood or those first memories. And that is what matters. And so I know it's one of my big messages that I preach on the podcast, but I am begging you to stop waiting for the wait. Because maybe you want to go on vacation and you haven't booked it because you're worried about the body image vacation spiral. Maybe that's why you're putting things on hold. We only get one chance to live life. And we have to get in there and live it because life just goes fast, right? And there's a difference between making a plan to change and putting yourself on a journey, a weight loss journey. And when I say weight loss journey, we mean physical and emotional weight. Going on a weight loss journey, there's a difference between making that plan and then letting fear steal away your life experiences. You can plan for weight loss, you can plan to improve your health, but also know if you're going through that spiral, the last few days before a trip, you're not going to fix things with crash tactics, with starving yourself, with some bullshit detox. Like, you're not going to fix yourself the last couple days before that trip. Now, I always do recommend drink a lot of water because when I travel, I get swollen. That's a different topic. That's not trying to fix or change or lose all the weight. But when you catch yourself in that spiral, you're not going to just magically change in a week or a couple days. So what you got to focus on is, how am I going to feel really good, really confident, really joyful on this trip? This is an opportunity. Not everybody gets to do this. And when I think about that, not everybody gets to do this in their lifetime. But I also think about points in Amy's life when I didn't get to do this. All right. So also remember that some of the things that you're doing right now or that you have right now, you never thought you would get here. You never thought you would achieve it. You never thought this would be your life. So take a moment to sit in that for a while. So decide how you want to feel on this trip. Plan for how you want to feel. And also, you can focus on what you will do after the trip. Because here's the thing. If you don't like what you see in the mirror, the empowering part of that, it's not devastation. It's empowering because you have the option, the choice to change. You 100% get to take that change and take that chance to change. So focus on the immediate. The trip is coming. This is how I want to feel. This is how I want to show up. This is how I want to look and feel. And this is what I will do when I get home. Okay? Because you knew what you had to do, but some part of you resisted what you had to do for whatever reason. And it doesn't even matter the reason because that's the past and we have to move forward. You don't get to cancel today for tomorrow's body. You don't get to cancel your life today for the hope of tomorrow's body. It doesn't work that way. Now look, since that happened, I've been hitting the kettlebell, okay? I've been doing some squats. I've been, putting in some work. And also in my mind, knowing this isn't going to change. Like, your body is not going to drastically change before this trip. But also knowing these habits need to be built, right? We need to get back in the gym. We need to tighten up some things. We need to firm up some things, okay? So you have to decide what that looks like for you. And, going into it, whenever I go into a trip too, I don't want to be eating off the chain, junk food or greasy food or fast food a lot, like before I'm going to go on a trip, because number one, my stomach just doesn't, I don't have the same digestive system at home that I do on vacation. Why is that? I don't know. But my digestive tract is not the same. So I don't want to eat certain things that I know are like is not gonna be a good look. Okay. I like to drink a lot of water so I can get rid of the bloat, because when I travel, I get very, very, I retain a lot of water, I get very swollen. Just trying to get in some steps, trying to get in some weight training here and there. And also knowing that you still look good, right? You may not be to the goal, but you still look good, right? Focus on what you can do. I have the ability to walk 20,000 plus steps on this Disney trip a day to keep up with my kids. Like, even Frank, we were at the zoo the other day, and the kids are like complaining about their feet. And I'm like, how are you guys going to survive Disney? Please explain to me. And they're like, Mom, how are you going to survive? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And Frank was like, listen, your mom's a Disney nut. For whatever reason, she just goes. Like when I get to Disney World, 20,000 steps, I don't even care. He's like, your mom will be walking in blisters and she won't even care. And that is the truth. That is the one thing I worry about, is the blisters. I have never taken a trip to Disney and not gotten blisters. I have bought 2 pairs of shoes. I spent $140 on one pair. I was like, I don't care how much these shoes cost. I heard they were like the almighty shoe of Disney. They're I know people do Hoka's. These are the Flux. I have very wide feet. So these shoes, so far, I am like, wow, these are good. So I'm going to give you a review on that when I get back, and I'll let you know if they're worth the hype, and if my feet are still surviving. But anyway, I'm able to keep up. I'm able to walk all those steps. I'm able to do this in the heat and everything else. And I am grateful for that. I'm grateful that my body is able to do that. And that's the things that we have to focus on, because we can get so stuck in, I'm not thin enough. My stomach isn't flat enough. Apparently my back's not flat enough. What is that? So we can get so caught up in that we lose sight of today. And that's what I want you to get, is you have to stop waiting for the wait. Stop waiting for the wait to book a trip. Stop waiting for the wait to live your life. Stop waiting for the wait to feel happy. Stop waiting for the wait to feel sexy and beautiful and fierce and confident and irresistible. Like, you can feel those things now, right? And if there's parts that you're not 100% happy with, then make a plan to change it, because no one else can do that for you. No one. No one can love you hard enough. No one can love you deep enough to make you change. No one. I don't care if it's your kids, your wife, your husband, your mom, your dad, whoever. No one can love you enough to make you put the food down, to make you lace up your shoes and get on the trail. No one. You have to want it for yourself, because you have to do the work. I don't care if you're a celebrity millionaire with access to a gym, private trainers, personal chef, meal service. At the end of the day, that person still has to do the work. Now, of course, having resources makes it easier, but also they still have to do the work. The trainer doesn't do it for you. The trainer doesn't put the food in your mouth, so you still have to do it for yourself. You still have to want it for yourself. And also, let's talk about this. Shifting body composition and aging is a normal thing. Having cellulite is a normal thing. Having rolls on your body is a normal thing. Having loose skin, especially when you have lost a lot of weight, is a normal thing. So if I were to go to this trip and put on the athletic dress that I tried on, I would not have a good time. Why? Because I would be self-conscious. I would not feel comfortable. I would feel exposed. I would start having all the like, oh my God, everybody's looking at that. Like, I would just think my back roll is the tight spot. So I would not feel comfortable wearing that at this point in my journey. So I'm going to wear things that I feel comfortable, I feel confident, I feel cute, right? And me and my family, like, I found this Epcot shirt and it's so cute. And I'm all into like the matching family shirt theme shit. And so I told Frank, I'm like, I don't know if you're going to like this. It has like some of the colors are kind of feminine. He's like, babe, I will wear whatever you want me to wear. He's like, I'm wearing it for that one day at Epcot. Whatever you want me to wear, buy it, I'll wear it. God love him. So we all have the same matching Epcot shirt. And then we have, Catalina and I are wearing we wear it every year. I next year I'm definitely going to be buying new shirts, but we wear the same like Disney Halloween shirt. It has like purple glitter, and I got the boys, not that shirt. It's very complimentary. It has neon green and orange, and it's like a Halloween Mickey thing head. So you'll see our pictures because I'm gonna be spamming you on Instagram and TikTok with all my videos and all my stories. Sorry, not sorry. So if you don't like Disney, I would not watch me for the next couple days. But yeah, I am so pumped, so excited. And that's what I'm going to focus on is I still look good. I still look cute. I still going to have a good time. I'm going to have beautiful photos with my family. And hey, maybe next year will be the year of the athletic dress. I don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. By that point, they're probably going to be out of style. Who knows? Who cares, right? But honestly, like, let's just live our life. Let's just, do things that make us feel confident. Wear things that make us feel confident. And the parts of you that you're not confident about, make a plan. Make a plan and just move forward. So anyway, I am going to start wrapping up here. Don't wait for the wait. Make that plan. Don't rob yourself of the memories that you deserve because you deserve it. And I am going to wrap this up because I have a lot to do. I am probably 80% packed, so I need to finish packing today. I also have a mega list of things that have to be turned in for work before I can head out, so I need to go get that done. And I just wanted to come on here and talk with you because I love talking with you. I love podcasting. I love connecting. So be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Those are my two main social medias these days, and I am at Irresistible Icing on both of those. And if you love the podcast, please leave a rating and review on your podcast player of choice. I will catch you in the next episode. Until then, stay irresistible. Bye, guys.